Ever wondered how music and outlaw clubs are always connected? Buckle up as we dive into a tale that's more gripping than a crime novel. Involving hip-hop royalty, biker clubs, and a high-stakes feud, this story unravels the chilling connection between music and the notorious Hells Angels. In recent years, the world of music has seen its share of courtroom dramas. One of the most explosive cases involved rapper Tekashi 6ix9ine, whose real name is Daniel Hernandez. He was arrested on multiple counts, including racketeering and conspiracy to commit murder. The indictment alleged that his gang, the Nine Trey Gangsta Bloods, was involved in various violent crimes, including murder, assault, and drug trafficking. The connection between music and outlaw clubs dates back to the late 1960s, when the Rolling Stones hired the Hells Angels for security. Since then, the worlds of music and biker clubs have crossed paths more often than you might think. Today, we're exploring the story of a Canadian rapper who has repeatedly hinted at an affiliation with the Hells Angels. This rapper often leans towards the Bloods, frequently wearing red even at a Blue Jays game. He might sport something red or wear the red gear typically seen on Canada Day. For years, these hints went largely unnoticed. However, recent events have brought them into the spotlight, prompting closer scrutiny. With the ongoing long-time beef between Drake and Kendrick Lamar, more revelations have emerged, suggesting that this Canadian rapper might have ties to the Hells Angels. It all started in 2018, when Drake released the song God's Plan. In one verse, he used the number 81, saying, "I bring the 81 to the party." While some thought this referenced Kobe Bryant's 81-point game against the Raptors in 2006, others believed it was a nod to the Hells Angels. Then came the 2018 hoodie incident. On August 21, 2018, Travis Scott posted a picture on Instagram featuring himself and Drake. It seemed harmless at first, but the internet erupted when they noticed Drake's hoodie. This wasn't just any hoodie, it was essentially a billboard for the Hells Angels, raising eyebrows and questions. Drake faced controversy for his wardrobe choice. The dark-colored hoodie had the slogan "Support Downtown Big Red Machine" and the number 81. In the gang world, both the slogan and the number 81 refer to the Hells Angels motorcycle club. This led people to wonder if Drake was secretly a member of the Hells Angels or just showing support. Drake often wears red, even at Blue Jays games. The mayor of Toronto at the time weighed in, saying,
"I don't think anybody should be going and buying, Hells Angel attire and wearing it."
This incident brought more attention to Drake's potential connections with the notorious motorcycle club. This incident occurred in August 2018, and at the time, it was mere speculation. Many people suspected that Drake might be an undercover Hells Angels member, quietly supporting the club without drawing too much public attention. Authorities warned that Drake, being an influential figure, was giving free publicity to the Hells Angels by wearing the hoodie. Eventually, the matter died down. However, a year later, something unexpected happened. In July 2019, during a beef between Drake and Kendrick Lamar, an Instagram user accused Drake of trying to look tough by associating with the Hells Angels. Drake's savage reply to the comment seemed to suggest that there might be some truth to the accusation. Given that Drake receives hundreds or even thousands of comments daily, his reaction to this particular comment was notable. It indicated that the Instagram user's claim might have struck a nerve. Some speculated that Drake knew exactly what he was doing by wearing the Hells Angels hoodie, possibly seeking street credibility. While the Hells Angels weren't directly at fault, and it's unclear how they felt about Drake wearing their gear, his actions certainly raised questions. But then things took a darker turn when Drake's beef with Kendrick Lamar escalated. There is a lot to unpack in the Drake and Kendrick Lamar feud. The two legendary rappers have been going at it all weekend, making wild accusations about each other. Here to break it all down for us is our Monday morning quarterback, Mike Muse. Good to see you, man. Diss tracks galore. In just 72 hours, they released 5 diss tracks aimed at each other. These tracks weren't just about music, they contained deep personal jabs and revelations. The long-standing feud between Drake and Kendrick Lamar is heating up again after the release of back-to-back diss tracks. And we really mean back-to-back. In a flurry of activity, the two artists have now put out 8 songs in the past month. But where and when did it all start, and what's behind it? Let's dive into the details and understand the history and reasons behind this intense rivalry. Since these diss tracks were released in the heat of the moment, they contain some deep messages. On May 5, 2024, Drake released a diss track titled The Heart Part 6 in response to one of Kendrick Lamar's claims. In the track, he used the lines, "My Montreal connects stand up, not fall down. The ones you're getting your stories from, they're all clowns." This was Drake's response to Lamar, who had earlier claimed on a previous diss track that he had sources in Drake's camp. Drake also mentioned his Montreal connections, which many believe referred to his contacts in the Hells Angels. The day before making references to his Montreal connects, Drake released a video that got everyone talking. At the end of the video for the diss track titled Family Matters, Drake could be seen talking to a man. According to some fans, this man is one of the leaders of the Hells Angels, West End, and previously managed a store that sold licensed Hells Angels merchandise. Rumors suggest the man in the video is Andrew Kiru, a known Hells Angels associate who lives in Bridle Path. The Hells Angels have a reputation as a racist motorcycle club, although they have denied these claims. In fact, black people are typically not allowed to join the Hells Angels, though George Christie, a former member, suggests otherwise. A few days ago, I interviewed a British brother named Peter Triton, an international cocaine trafficker who got caught in Ecuador and ended up serving a decade in their notorious prisons. This intricate web of connections and the intense back and forth between Drake and Kendrick Lamar adds layers of complexity to their ongoing feud, with potential ties to the notorious Hells Angels, adding another dimension to the story. The Hells Angels' support for Drake over other black rappers, like Kendrick Lamar, is a notable aspect of the ongoing beef between the two artists. The reason for this support appears to be linked to race. Despite Kendrick Lamar tackling important topics like racism, self-worth, and police brutality, he is automatically disqualified from the Hells Angels' support due to his skin color. For instance, Kendrick Lamar's stance on police brutality is clear in his lyrics, such as the line, "And we hate the popo, wanna kill us in the street for sure." While everyone has the right to express their views, the Hells Angels' preferences lean toward Drake, who is featured with an alleged Hells Angels kingpin in one of his videos. This connection between Drake and the motorcycle club contrasts sharply with Lamar's experiences and viewpoints. The situation escalated further with the Drake House shooting incident on May 7, 2024. Breaking news from Toronto reported a shooting outside the home of Canadian rapper Drake. This incident happened amidst Drake's ongoing feud with Kendrick Lamar. Around 2 a.m., a vehicle approached Drake's Park Lane Circle mansion and opened fire, injuring one of Drake's security guards. This violent attack added another layer of intensity to the already heated conflict between the two rappers. Before fleeing, the security guard sustained several gunshot wounds, including one to the chest, and was rushed to the hospital. Early this morning, around 2 a.m., police were called to a shooting at this residence. Upon arrival, officers found a male suffering from a gunshot wound. He was taken to the hospital in serious condition and was working as a security guard at the residence. He was standing outside the gates when the shooting occurred. Authorities have stated that individuals seen in a vehicle performed the shooting, but no description of the vehicle or suspects is available yet. It's still early in the investigation, and it's unclear whether Drake was home at the time of the incident. However, police confirmed they are in contact with his team, who are cooperating. This incident was just the beginning. A few days later, another arrest was made at Drake's Bridle Path mansion in Toronto. Footage sent to CTV News shows 3 security guards standing over a man on the property on Park Lane Circle. Police were called around 1:30 p.m. for reports of trespassing. Given the shooting happened during Drake's feud with Kendrick Lamar, many people believe the incident is connected to Kendrick Lamar's crew. This shooting marks the latest chapter in a saga filled with intense rivalry, violence, and connections to the notorious Hells Angels motorcycle club. As the beef between Drake and Kendrick Lamar continues to unravel, it exposes a web of connections and complexities that go beyond music. The involvement of the Hells Angels and the violent incidents surrounding this feud add layers of intrigue and danger. Stay tuned as we continue to follow this story and uncover more details about the intense rivalry between these two legendary rappers. Subscribe to our channel for more stories that dive deep into the underbelly of the music industry. Like, comment, and share your thoughts on this explosive revelation. What do you think about the connection between Drake, the Hells Angels, and the ongoing feud with Kendrick Lamar?